every year they have a new Jordan releasing, and every year there is, you can call them what you want, tiers, or there's a list of the all-time greatest pair of Jordans, and everybody has their own personal favorites. And warning, if your favorite pair of Jordans aren't where they supposed to be on this list was made by GQ, somebody who know fashion for sure. So let's get to the ranking of the greatest of the greatest between the Air Jordans 1 through 34. So yep, let's get it started. This is the definitive Air Jordan ranking according to GQ magazine. So number 1 might surprise some, but it doesn't surprise me, is the Air Jordan 3. What can you say about the Air Jordan 3 besides iconic? Jordan did so much for this shoe. He was in the dunk contest. Everybody loves it. Every rapper you probably have seen that somebody have a pair of Air Jordan 3. So that's your number 1 Jordan of all time. I know a lot of people mad about that off rip, but here's something. If you want to complain about it, you take it up with Mike, because reportedly this is Michael Jordan's favorite J's ever. Yeah, and you take that up with Mike. But number 2 is the Air Jordan 1. Now I can understand that, because without the classic, without the Dandada, the original Rude Boy, it wouldn't be any of those. So you got to give it up to the Air Jordan 1 for paving the way for every other Jordan to come. So this will always be, in my opinion, either number 1 or 2, regardless of what they put beside it. Now, the Air Jordan 11 comes in at number 3, and there aren't many other shoes that were ever made that outsold this shoe. Sad to say, people have died over the Concords 11s, and the Breads are also a very popular pair. So that is your number 3 Jordan. As we get to number 4 is the Air Jordan 4, and all I can say about the 4s is that they were just as popular back in the day as the 3s. You know, that the 3s were so popular, it carried over the wave into the 4s. You know, 89, Do the Right Thing. What else can you say, man? Now, the Air Jordan 7 comes in at number 5. The Air Jordan 7 as well is looked at as another shoe that Jordan played in, a shoe that Jordan loved to play in. He played in the Olympics with the Air Jordan 7. So, hey, what pair of Jordans could you say Jordan actually was the MVP and finals MVP in, and on the original Dream Team? Yeah. Now, number 6 is the Air Jordan 12. I love the 12. My favorite pair, of course, is the flu game. And we all know the story of the flu game, how Jordan was sick with the flu and still managed to pull out a very desperate need win during the playoffs, and it forever will be talked about. Number 7, the Air Jordan 5. This is another very popular Jordan, pair of Jordans that everybody loves. Who hasn't have a pair of either Off-White, the original Cement 5s? They just definitely deserve to be in top 10. Will Smith had a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air version of the 5s as well. Now, number 8 is the number 2, which is shocking to me, because the 2 never really took off during my time on this earth, like my generation. I don't know a lot of people that wear the 2s, but yeah, they are number 8 on the all-time Jordans list. I know. Now, number 9 would be the 6, the Jordan 6. Those are a pair of shoes that everyone loved, especially the ones with the red infrareds. Yeah, so those are very popular. I could see that being in the top 10 as well, because of Tinker Hatfield, and what he did for Jordan is just nobody can duplicate. Now, number 10 would be the Air Jordan 14. A lot of debate on that one, but you can't debate with the last shot, because that's what these shoes will be remembered for. When he crossed up Russell and made that last shot, just iconic. And looking at him in the 98 finals, with those 14s on. Now, number 11 would be the Air Jordan 13s. We remember these shoes because of He Got Game. I know. That's probably the most popular pair, but these shoes are just it's just a dope shoe. Overall, you could rock them casually. Don't matter. You could play ball in them. It's everything you want to shoot. Number 12 is the Air Jordan 16. Now, I would say they were kind of low-key dope because, hey, a lot of people didn't wear those. Let's be honest. Here's a look at them. You saw Ray Allen in them, but Jordan, I don't remember him playing in those. Number 13 will be the Air Jordan 18. Now, there'll be the Air Jordan 8 that Jordan actually played in these as well during his time in the NBA, and they're also very popular amongst the culture. Number 14 would be the Air Jordan 18. Now, Jordan actually played in these when he was with the Wizards. So, I wasn't a big fan of those. I'm not looking for those, but yeah, they made number 18. Number 15 is the Air Jordan 15, and you see Bibby rocking them joints, and here's a picture of him. I actually had a pair of those. They wasn't too bad, but they're not in my favorites, but probably yours. Number 16 is the Air Jordan 9. LeBron actually had on a pair of those. Well, SE pair of those. I thought the 9s were cool. You know, I'm not like a crazy fan of the 9s, but I would definitely cop a pair. Number 17 is no other than the Air Jordan 17. So as we go up past the 13s, everything else most people did not buy. This was another shoe that a lot of people didn't like, but some heads bought. You know, and they came out with $200 price tag. It was pretty expensive, even during the time that it came out, man. Now, number 18 will be the Air Jordan 19. So, I don't know what they was thinking of when they made these shoes. I just didn't feel them at all. And I don't agree with the number there. They're at number 18, and I know, like, a lot of these shoes should be further up. Number 19 would be the Air Jordan 10. Now, this is a shoe I think should be further up, but way down at 19, you guys be the judge on this list. I don't know. I think the 10 was better than a lot of shoes I just mentioned. Number 20 would be the Air Jordan 28. Another shoe I didn't like, I'm being honest, but a lot of people did. And it's just one of those shoes, like Jordan wasn't playing in them. I didn't like the look. It didn't have a Tinker hat feel at all, and I'm a big fan of Tinker. So number 21 would be the Air Jordan 23. Also another shoe that seemed like nobody was racing to the store to get, but I thought this was an okay shoe. I didn't think it was as horrible as a lot of Jordans before it. So number 22 would be the Air Jordan 20. Now, there was something about the Air Jordan 20 that, you know, kind of felt different and futuristic, but it didn't take off like the original Jordan. So we were still stuck in that, where is that Jordan that we need, the pair of Jordans that had us feeling like we got a pair of Jordan 3s. Now, number 23 would be the Air Jordan 2010. And I'm not shocked to see this shoe down this far in the list because a lot of people don't even know this shoe exists. Reason being that when this shoe was released, it was called the 2010. It wasn't even called a number for a pair of Jordans. Now, number 24 is the Air Jordan 21. Westbrook, as you can see, was donning these pair, and I love these when these came out because they did something different. They started kind of giving nod to all the throwback Jordans. Like the 31 would be reminiscent of the 1, and the 32 was supposed to give nod to 2, the 33, was supposed to get knocked to the 3, on and on. So I like the direction, and this was the first time in a long time Jordan Brand did something that everybody was getting hip to, and they brought the one colorway, the bread colorway, for those who are just fire. Now, number 25 is the Air Jordan 32, which I loved as well. Like, they were reminiscent of the two. You could see it in it alongside this new futuristic look. They were cool, even the lows. So I like those. Now, I think they should have been a little higher up. Number 26 is the Air Jordan 29. A lot of people like to play basketball in these shoes. These were seen on courts, but definitely not one of my favorite pair of Jordans. Number 27 would be the Air Jordan 34. And to be this low, let's start with the Air Jordan 34. It's the first, like, a huge disappointment for to see the Air Jordan 34 this low on this list. They finally got like all A's on this as far as a performance. You can't see one YouTube reviewer said these were bad on court, but people did not just flock and say this was the best Jordan ever. They didn't compare it to none of the elites. This is a shoe made strictly for basketball to take the court back, and it puts it all the way at the number 27. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. 27. Wow. Now, the number 28 goes to the Air Jordan 22. Another shoe that a lot of fans, were very iffy about. The look, they were trying to make it all funny looking, similar to like a Flight or something. They had it going with this, it was more like an airplane look or something. It just wasn't it. Number 29 is the Air Jordan 23. What do you think about that? Sorry, the Air Jordan 33. I think these truly should have been higher up because of the technology. The technology, that was implemented in these shoes changed the game. I just don't agree with this, the ditching of the laces, the quick pull system. Kobe even had to steal that and put on his shoes, but don't agree with that being number 29. But number 30 goes to the Air Jordan 21. Here you see Ray Allen with them on. Another pair of Jordans that nobody really liked. You've probably never seen a lot of these Jordans. Number 31 goes to the Air Jordan 2009. Here's a picture of those. Number 32 goes to the Air Jordan 2011. Here's another picture of those. And number 33 goes to the Air Jordan 30. Another very, very hard decision because these were everywhere on the court when they were released. They were great basketball shoes. And the number 34 goes to the Air Jordan 2012. Why? Because no one knows anything about this shoe. But there you have it. You have your top 34 Air Jordan rankings of all time. And I know a lot of shoes that everyone wanted probably is not at the number you want it to be at. So many upsets in this list. Like, I was expecting to see the Air Jordan 34 at least in the top 20. It didn't even make the top 20 of all time. So, hey, we will see what the Air Jordan 35 bring to the table. But these are your definitive Air Jordan rankings from 1 to 34. Like this video, leave your comment, share this on Instagram, YouTube, as well as Facebook. More importantly, subscribe. See you guys in the next video.